Well, I think the biggest thing that jumped out today that was really evident was the offense's ability to create explosive plays, and it has been a point of emphasis for the last couple practices, and Cody really throwing the ball deep down the field, and it showed up today, and it was a variety of guys doing it. Steven Mitchell, Adoree, Darius Rogers, Isaac Whitney, so that part was really cool. Obviously, Adoree was on offense today. Adoree goes back to defense on Thursday. I'm sure things will tighten up a little bit more for the offense and get a little bit more difficult. What I said to the team, which is important to know, we're going to have games where one side of the ball might perform better than the other. We might have a game that is 45-42. That's our conference. There's going to be games like that. But at the end of it, we're going to be counting on our defense to get that critical stop at the end to go win the game. And that's exactly what happened today. We were in our third down challenge. The offense went ahead 2-0, and the defense found a way to get 3 stops in a row on third down to win the finish challenge to ultimately win practice. And that's what's going to take. There might be games where it's 13-10 and we need a drive out of our offense at the end of the game, and it might not have been their best game. They need to find a way to get a drive at the most critical moment. So it really played into the things that we've been talking about, our ability to finish practice so that we can ultimately go out and finish games. So that part was really cool for me. Another part that was really cool for me today, we had Officer Gabe Garcia here from San Bernardino PD, who had been shot over a year's time ago, and we've been hanging with him and talking to him. He's finally able to get out here and be at practice with his family. He's going to be with us Saturday at the spring game. So those are the kinds of things for us that are important. As much as how we execute, those are the kinds of things that matter as well. So all in all, it was a good day for us.
Was that by design, because you were working on deep stuff, that Adoree was playing offense today?
No, it just happened to be his day. It happened to be his day, and then his number got called a certain way. So, but it worked. You know, it worked for us. It's something that Adoree's been very good in the short intermediate game. We really feel like the next level of his game is catching those deep balls, catching the ball down the field, which we hadn't done a whole lot of a year ago and hadn't done a whole lot of this spring. So we're running out of days, right? I mean, he's back on defense on Thursday, Saturday's spring game. So we really wanted to kind of take our shots today, and it worked out for us.
Do you expect him to play on both sides on Saturday?
We got to figure that out. We're not sure yet, honestly. I'm not trying to hold out on you. I honestly don't know.
Is there a pressure, because a lot of fans are going to come out to see him play on offense?
Yeah, I mean, we want to give our fans a good show, period. You know, we want to make our fans feel like they're coming to get something. Hopefully we get a little better weather than we're getting right now, but I want our fans to get a good experience for our football team in general. Adoree obviously is a big part of that. So we'll figure it out. I really don't know yet. I don't feel pressure to. I just want to give him something good.
We didn't see much of Plattenberg today.
John's got a little bit of an ankle that he's nursing, trying to get him healthy as fast as we can. Obviously, Claude wasn't here today. He was actually focused on academic stuff today. That's why he wasn't at practice.
Do you know the format for Saturday yet?
It'll be similar to a year ago. I know, I had to look it up too. It'll be kind of broken up into segments. Obviously, we're just not exactly right where we need to be depth chart wise. I really wish I would play a game if I could. I would love to split up teams and play a game and split up the staff and do all that kind of stuff. We're just not there yet. You know, maybe a year from now we will be. We're just not there yet. So we'll have to break it up proportionally. We'll have a scoring system where the offense and defense can each score points. We'll try to get that to you guys as early as possible so you have an understanding of what's happening. But as far as the exact format, not quite yet.
Are there any final goals or emphasis you've placed on your team for this week?
You know, the deep ball thing was a big deal for us today, and it's been the last 2 practices. So I think that was one of the big ones. We introduced a couple different run schemes today. That will be another point of emphasis on Thursday that we're really trying to get good looks at. But outside of that, it's just building on all the stuff that we've been building on for the previous 13 practices.
Do you guys have a goal for deep balls per game, or how many you'd
No,
like to
you know, it's funny. You know, obviously I worked for Al Davis for a year, and then I interviewed with him at length, and his theory was you should throw 2 deep balls a quarter, which is 8 a game. And I know that sounds really simple, but when you start adding that up, that's 8 times you throw the ball beyond 40 yards down the field. That makes a defense, whether you complete them or not, that makes a defense worry of, man, I might get beat deep, and that generally makes a lot of the things underneath a little bit easier. So We don't hold hard and fast to that number, but it is an easy number to kind of target to say, hey, if we do that, we can make it pretty hard on our opponents, especially with the talent that we have.
Is
You
that
got
why
a
you didn't
month
take
now
the
with
job?
Ricky.
There's a variety of reasons, believe me.
Do one more.
Rest in peace.
You got a month now with Ricky Town. What are your impressions now after a month?
I think Ricky's getting better and better. It's hard. It's hard as a true freshman, and especially when you don't get all of the reps. We're fortunate with Cody and Max and Jalen, but Ricky day by day is getting better at something different each day, and that's all you can ask for. It's not all going to happen overnight. There's going to be specific things that he's going to improve upon daily, and I think we're seeing that out of him.
Okay.